everybody. Cameron here from PTSDsupport.org, and I am heading right now to Kennesaw Airport in Cobb County, Georgia, just outside of proper Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm going to be going on my second single-engine plane flight in which I will be taking a lesson on how to pilot it. This will be my second lesson. Now, quick insight on the first one. I posted about the first one, when I was heading to it and all that kind of stuff. What I didn't put in there was that I got very sick in the air, and I thought I was about to throw up all over myself, and I couldn't even talk to the other pilot / instructor. So I just literally, my mouth, I couldn't open my mouth, and I just pointed that I'm gonna throw up, and so we landed pretty quickly. Everything was fine. I never ended up throwing up. It was just like severe nausea. The pilot was probably confused on why that happened, because initially when we took off, we went straight up. He gave me the plane, which means I didn't even realize. I thought I was going to be watching the flight, but he goes, "The plane's yours." So now I'm piloting. We do a couple things. We even practice a stall. We land and we get some gas. I'm feeling good. I'm absolutely fine. And then I decide it's a good time to put in a nicotine pouch, like an Enjoy, no, not Enjoy, whatever it is, the ones where you don't have to spit. I usually dip, like right now. And I took off, and it must have had to do with the altitude and the nicotine, but I immediately regretted what I had done. My mouth was just saliva. You know what I mean? Like, it's coming. So this time I'm going to face it again, and I am going to, what's a better way to deal with that than going to do it again? I will not be imbibing in nicotine while doing this, or anything else besides some trusty water. Got a gallon freezer bag to throw up in case it happens, but I think that's more of like a mental security thing. And I'm going to be going up with RJ, who's the same guy as before, during the last time. We're going to do about a half-hour flight, and I'm going to see, I'm going to ask him if we can fly up by my house again, because last time we got up to my house, I may have gotten a couple pictures out, but I was so sick at that point that I couldn't even look down. So hopefully it'll go better today, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'm trying to do all this stuff because with PTSD you tend to hide, and somehow after being injured I developed a fear of heights, and that was kind of new to me. I mean, heights is weird to everybody. You obviously don't want to fall, but some people you see, they can't even get to the edge. And I thought that was so weird. So following that, I had gone on a trip to London, England with my family for Christmas, and I picked the tallest building, which is the Shard, and I climbed all the way to the top of it. I was able to get to the glass, the wall is just windows. They call it the Shard because it looks like a shard of glass at the top, and you've got windows from floor to ceiling, and you can look out. So I was able to do that. I've done a couple other things, but then when I did this flight, it kind of snuck up on me. So I am going to do it again. I think one of the better ways to get over something that you're struggling with is face it, even if it's going to be super duper uncomfortable, because you'll pretty much see that you're not going to die. And I think that I think it's a great thing to get out there, face what's scaring you, little bits at a time. I'm not saying like go all out. It's taken me 7 years to get here, so I mean, I'm just figuring it out as well. But I encourage you to face the things that scare you. Just do it in a a healthy way, obviously. And it's important for us to get out there, those of us who have been through traumatic experiences, and continue living life, because life inside is super boring. And anger will eat you alive. I'm finally getting over all the anger, and I'm really, really excited. I recently resigned from my 9-to-5 with State Farm. After, making a family decision on that, it was actually making me sicker, and my wife and I decided that we hadn't worked so hard to give up, what we had built and my mental stability, and they were going to start forcing us. It all started with a meeting that said, hey, get used to overtime. There will be no lateral movement for jobs out of this division, and no vacation will be approved from here to the end of the year. And that was kind of like the last straw for me. So for those who are still there, that's great. More power to you. They do pay pretty well. They start at 50 something, but now I'm starting to figure out they may just pay enough for you to hang around. And yeah, anyways, long story short, I'm going to face something that scares me a little bit, not only because I, for a little bit there I had a little fear of flights, but the last time I did this I almost puked all over myself and the pilot / instructor. And what was really funny is you figure out in that moment when you're really sick, there's no throwing up out of a window on a plane. There's no opening the door at a stoplight like in a car. It's pretty much, you are trapped. And in a small plane like that, it feels like a coffin. So anyways, going out to Kennesaw Airport, and I'll try to take some footage so you guys can see. Thank you guys. Have a great day. And yeah, check out PTSD support suggested to people. And yeah, we got a lot of new stuff coming down the pipeline since I've got a lot of free time coming up, and I'm gonna make this my my everything. So here we go.